Hi, this is Kyle Piercy with UNDathletics.com. I'm sitting down with UND volleyball coach Jason Reed. Always good to talk to Jason this time of year, especially. We're just a day away from the GLVC Championship Tournament, and you guys have sort of already started the tournament. You knew Saturday was a must-win against Wisconsin Parkside, and you got it done. Take us back to that win and kind of what was your message before that one, and a little bit about how they pulled that win out in 4 sets.
Yeah, so that was good practice for us, kind of having our backs against the wall, and actually throughout kind of the second half of the season here, we've had some practice with that, knowing that at the crossover being a big event, we kind of needed to have success there and did. And so anytime we've had our backs against the wall, we've kind of stepped up and done a really good job. So the message going into this weekend was kind of do or die. We knew that it was probably going to come down to us or Parkside, and we didn't want to necessarily stress it and make it a worrisome thing, but it was kind of like, hey, if we want to keep going forward, then we need to make sure we win this one. And so got into the match, and it did not go well. The first set was kind of tough, and then going into the second set, it was not even just a reminder, but it was kind of like we saw bits and pieces of the first set where when we fought and we executed well, we were in control. And so that was the message going into the second set of like, hey, just play. Like, if we just do what we're supposed to do, I really like our chances. And then the second set was pivotal. We won that one, and then the third one, we kind of blew the doors off. And at that point, we were kind of feeling like we were in control of our own destiny. So it was a great match. We needed to win, and here we are in the conference tournament.
And you have to continue winning, to stay alive, to keep the season going. What's the message going to be Friday? It's no surprise that Rockhurst is a nationally ranked team. Already has a win against the Greyhounds this year in 3 sets. So, what do you tell your team to kind of get them ready for that quarterfinal match against Rockhurst?
Well, this week we've kind of been talking about how I wouldn't want to play UND in November. In the last 3 years, we've been to the conference championship match 2 or 3 years. We tend to be playing our best volleyball at the end of the year, and because we have talent, that makes us dangerous. Last year we were 1-6 against the opponent's field, and this year we're 0-7, and the honest to God truth is I don't think it matters whether you have an easy first round match or a hard first round match. It just doesn't matter. We're going to have to win 3 no matter what. And so the pressure's off of us. We get to go be free and play and do our thing. The pressure's on Rockers. They're supposed to win.
Right. And you mentioned last year a little bit of magic there in the East Side Center after a couple upsets in the quarterfinal and semifinal, and you obviously return a lot of those players that were a big part of that run. I mean, are they going to have some extra confidence after the 2015 run in the tournament?
Yeah, I think it helps anytime we've got experience going into anything, whether it's crossover or championship or the GLVC Championship or anything. It should pay off because now it's not novel, it's not new. We've been there before, and so I think that will help. At the end of the day, it's still volleyball. It's not anything more than it needs to be, and to give Rockhurst a little bit of credit, they're a good team. So we're going to have to play well, and they're not going to give us a ton of points. We're going to have to earn it, and it should be a great weekend. We're really looking forward to it.
And lastly, I feel like every time we speak to you, there's something different with the lineup. You always are battling a war of attrition with injuries and other things like that. So you've kind of had the same lineup for about 2 weeks now. How's that group coming together? Those 7-8 rotation players that you're going to have in there, how are they sort of coming together for you?
Kind of the same thing like our match with Parkside. It's do or die. I mean, they don't really have any other choice other than to do it. So we've had a really good week of practice. I thought we obviously didn't play our best against Lewis, but then really kind of came together against Parkside. And at the end of the day, the message hasn't changed from day one to now that as long as we're doing our jobs and doing our jobs at a high level, at a consistent level, we're going to be all right. And that's on us. That's our side, and that's something that we're capable of. And so I'm pleased. I'm happy with where we're at. And we may not make some of the wow plays because we've got some players out of positions, but we don't need wow plays. We need to make sure we're doing the 90% of the regular, mundane, boring plays. And if we do that, then we got a darn good chance.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck this weekend at the GLVC Championship Tournament. Of course, all that can be found, live streamed, of course, on the GLVC Sports Network with LiveStat and all the other coverage links all on UNDathletics.com. As always, thanks for watching.